Sunny and hot in Denver, where Arizona Diamondbacks baseball is presented by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Warm temperatures and sunny skies for the D-backs and the Colorado Rockies on Valley Sports Arizona. Good afternoon from Coors Field. Welcome to the broadcast. Steve and Bob here with you. D-backs today looking for a series victory after an impressive win here last night, and it was impressive for several reasons. One, because it was their 52nd win of the year, matching their win total from all of last season. And secondly, because they played superb baseball in all three areas. Bob, they had a lot of offense. They had tremendous starting pitching and some spectacular defense.
Yeah, you think back to the beginning of the season, there were many games where one of those aspects was missing, causing the D-backs to lose games. But last night, one of the more complete games of the year. They got offense, a couple of home runs from Rivera, one to left, one to right. Zach Gallen on the mound just continues his dominance of the National League in the second half of the season. He was outstanding.
Very aggressive with his fastball, the changeup, curveball working as well. A happy Brent Strom. But the defense may have been the headliner, starting with the very first play of the game for Jordan Luplow, and they just took off from there.
Just kept on going and going. Marte in the fourth inning, Geraldo Perdomo in the sixth. We saw Dalton Varsho make a sliding catch, and none better than this one to end the ball game by Alec Thomas.
What a way to end it, as Alec sends us off with a flourish. And the Diamondbacks got an impressive win last night to look to make it 2 in a row here today. We have a unique pitching matchup today, and it's unique for a couple of reasons. One, well, it's because a couple of rookies going head-to-head. Tommy Henry on the mound for the Diamondbacks.
Yeah, we were anxiously awaiting Tommy Henry to get to the major leagues. Now we've had a chance to see him a couple of times, and he's going to get a trial by fire here at Coors Field today, making his third career start. On the other side, Ryan Feltner making his 10th start of the season for the Rockies. He's been up and down on the shuttle between Albuquerque and here all year long.
Okay, this is an NL West matchup of rookies, but really, this is a Big Ten battle. What's going on here?
Well, college rivals, Tommy Henry at Michigan, Ryan Feltner at Ohio State. Tommy had much better numbers in his career in college. We'll leave it at that.
And Ryan Feltner for the Rockies pitched at the Ohio State University, which leads nicely into today's Nissan Brentley Breakdown.
Well, partner, there's a first time for everything. This will be the first time in my life I've ever rooted for that team up north against the Ohio State University. Go get him, Tommy Henry.
Tommy Henry, just his third major league start, and he gets his first taste of Coors Field here today. Some star power? Well, it's Torrey time once again. The skipper, who was not with us yesterday, attending Nicole Hazen's celebration of life service, is back today. He caught the first flight out this morning. And once again, it's Torrey time for the Diamondbacks. Much more from Coors Field coming up next. You're watching D-backs baseball on Valley Sports Arizona.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need!
Young people having a good time with insurance! Young people, good times, insurance!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Bubbles, bubbles, So many bubbles. As an Expedia member, you earn points on your travels. And that's on top of your airline miles. So you can go and see, or taste, or do absolutely nothing with all those bubbles. Without ever wondering if you're getting the most out of your trip. Because you are.
This game can't be contained by a stadium or boxed in by a flat screen. The spirit of baseball is all around us. And wherever it's being celebrated, MasterCard is there. When the game belongs to all of us.
Valley Sports continues. First pitch, Rockies Diamondbacks from Coors Field on this Sunday afternoon is right around the corner. So let's get you down to field level once again. Hi again, everyone. I'm Todd Walsh. Thanks for letting us be a part of your Sunday afternoon wherever you may be. We continue to marvel at a couple of plays that were made in the 9th inning of Game 2 last night and a little payback for Alek Thomas. We'll take you to the 9th inning and the top of it. Alek Thomas did not start this game, but made his way into the lineup, and he was flat out robbed by C.J. Cron right here. That was clearly extra bases, but how about the punctuation mark on the game and the payback by Alek Thomas? He was practicing that play in batting practice. That's what he told us after the game last night. He was clearly jacked, and I think we understand why.
It was a really cool play, and he robbed me of a base hit the inning before that, so just payback. And it was actually funny. His dad ended up texting me right after the game, and he was like, come on, man, like, why'd you got to do that? But he ended up congratulating me on the catch, too, so it was pretty cool of him.
Practicing that play in batting practice, making that play for the final out of the game. What a sequence of events from the top of the 9th to the bottom of the 9th. As we like to say, you never know what might happen when you watch D-backs baseball, and we'll watch this Getaway Day matinee together next.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back, the workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt, and that's what it means to be never idle.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Baby, it's over.
I mean, we both saw this coming.
As electric vehicle driving becomes quieter, so do our tires.
Welcome to the broadcast, D-backs and the Rockies. Temperatures near the 90s. There is humidity here. It's a lot warmer than they're used to, and they've let us hear about that. But it's been a terrific stay so far, and now the Diamondbacks, who won last night, number 52 on the year, matching their win total from all of last season. Look for a series win here at Colorado.
Yeah, I think it speaks volumes that the team didn't make a big deal about win number 52 last night, even though we did. But, you know, they expect to win. This team has taken on a completely different personality as the season has progressed.
Been a lot of fun to watch, and Torey Lovullo is back with the ball club this afternoon. Torey returned to Phoenix early yesterday for Nicole Hazen's celebration of life service. He spent last night with Mike and his family, then caught the very first flight back here to Denver very early in the morning, and the skipper is back on the job here today. He said everything went really, really well last night, and a difficult time for everybody, but there he is, Nicole Hazen, on everyone's mind here in Denver.
Well, you hope it never happens again for Torey to miss a ball game for a reason like that. But the good news was that Jeff Bannister stepped right in. The team played one of their better games of the year, and Torey back at the helm today.
Well, a chance for a series victory. Diamondbacks have struggled in this ballpark as of late. They have won only 3 of their last 13 games at Coors Field. But a chance for a series win today. And here's the lineup presented by your Valley Chevy dealers.
Josh Rojas having a big series, 4 for 9 with 3 runs driven in, a home run and a stolen base in this series. He'll be at second base this afternoon. Emmanuel Rivera at third base. Ketel Marte, the designated hitter. Christian Walker at first. Dalton Varsho with his Little League home run in the ball game last night. He'll be out in right field. Alec Thomas and that gold glove out in center field. It will be Cooper Hummel doing the catching. Jake McCarthy in left field. Geraldo Perdomo at shortstop, all behind the lefty Tommy Henry.
Well, it's a big Big Ten rivalry here with these rookie starting pitchers. We start with Ryan Feltner, 25-year-old out of Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. A 4th rounder by the Rockies out of the Ohio State University.
Probably couldn't get into Ohio U, but that's all right.
Well, yeah, that's fallback.
This is his 5th stint on the Major League roster this year. He's been on that shuttle back and forth between Albuquerque and Coors Field. He had good numbers at Albuquerque, 5-1 with an ERA of 3.83.
Let's get a look around the diamond now at the Rockies defensively, presented by E.D. Marshall Jewelry.
Connor Joe gets a start in left field. Winston Bernard, the hero of game 1 of this series, out in center field. Randall Grechik will be in right field. Ryan McMahon once again at third base. Garrett Hampson getting a start at shortstop with Brendan Rodgers at second. Elaris Montero over at first base with Brian Serven doing the catching for right-hander Ryan Feltner.
Well, it's our second look this season at the Rockies City Connect jerseys, which are kind of awesome. The club is wearing these for all their Sunday home games, and their VP Jim Kellogg said they modeled these uniforms after the Colorado State license plate. It's that same familiar green color with the same font. And Mr. Kellogg said, wherever you are in the United States, if you see that plate, you know where it is. That's Colorado, and that's what they've gone with here, and it's kind of a cool look.
Yeah, I kind of like it, you know, especially with the white shoes and the white at the top of the jersey, some white on the hat, all to go with that dark forest green. Kind of reminds me of Ohio University.
Well, there's another one. Jeremy Riggs is our plate umpire today, calling balls and strikes, and we are set to go. The finale, the rubber game of 3-game set. Diamondbacks and the Rockies. Rojas leads it off. He's at second base today. Josh batting .276 now with 7 home runs. There has been some debate about whether these Rockies uniforms look better with white pants or full green head to toe, and green seems to be the popular choice. One and one on Rojas, who's got 4 hits in this series, including his opposite field home run in the 5th inning last night of Jose Urena. Josh had a 3-hit night last night, knocked in 3 runs.
Yeah, you'll see mostly a 4-seam fastball slider combo from Feltner this afternoon. He does throw occasional sinker, occasional curveball, and occasional changeup, but he relies mostly on those first 2 pitches.
Yeah, once in a while that 4-seamer will touch upper 90s. He can attack with his fastball. Took something off that time. There's the curveball until 1-2. This was Rojas going the other way last night.
Boy, great approach. Got a pitch up and out over the plate. Stayed right on it. And sneaks it over out there in left field. We talked about it last night. You do not have to pull the ball to hit home runs in this ballpark. Just get the barrel on it.
And Josh has 12 hits in his last 10 games, 3 doubles and a home run. And he's back even in the count now, 2 balls and 2 strikes. I like the fact that the Rockies with these City Connect uniforms have a white belt. It's kind of like a Frank Costanza Del Boca Vista look.
Like Cabana wear.
You wear that with the Cruz wear. Yeah, there it is. 2-2. Well, Ryan Feltner has had some starts where he's not hung around all that long. 3-2. Rojas going the other way again. Connor Joe's out there, and he's got room. And there's one away. Here comes the hitting hero from last night for the Diamondbacks, Emmanuel Rivera, who had his first career multi-home run game. He homered in his first 2 at-bats. The first one out to left, and then the next one out to right.
Yeah, the amazing thing is the one to right field was actually a pitch from the middle of the plate in. He kept his hands inside the ball, and as I mentioned before, got the barrel on it and easily rode it out of here into the Rockies bullpen.
His 9th and 10th home runs this year. This one is through the hole and into left. A base hit for Rivera, who's now hit safely in 7 straight games.
Well, when you're hot, you're hot. Right? Even a rollover ground ball finds a hole for him. Little slider that stayed on the middle of the plate that time. Just a hard topspin grounder into left field for the first knock of the game.
Now, Rivera started his Diamondback career 0 for 4 with 2 strikeouts at Cleveland, and since then he's hit safely in 7 consecutive games. Ketel Marte is the designated hitter today. Rojas at second, Rivera's at third. That's the defensive alignment. Ketel 260 and 10 home runs. He singled twice in last night's game. Ryan Feltner picked up a win his last time out last Tuesday, but mostly because he was the beneficiary of a 16-5 Rockies slugfest win over the Cardinals here at Coors. Feltner gave up 5 runs in 5 2/3.
He has had a couple of really outstanding outings. One against the Marlins earlier this year. He gave up 1 run on 4 hits over 7 innings. Also pitched extremely well against the Padres in a no decision. Gave up 1 run on 2 hits over 6 innings. But as you said, there's been some real short ones scattered in there too.
He has spent the majority of this year with their AAA club at Albuquerque. 5-1 in 11 starts there. As Bob mentioned, he is up on the big league roster for the 5th different time this year. It's kind of funny that Tommy Henry made his major league debut in Buckeye country at Cleveland. Now he's going head-to-head with a Buckeye here in Denver. And Michigan and Ohio State rematch. I think so far you've been very diplomatic.
I'm trying.
I know you've done a wonderful job. 2 balls and 1 strike on Ketel. This is hit a mile high. Grechik in front of the warning track and right. And there's 2 outs in the first.
I've talked about this in the past playing here at Coors Field. Obviously the ball carries much farther than anywhere else in the majors, but even pop-ups like that one that Ketel just hit to right field, they seem to hang up in the air forever. You get a cramp in the back of your neck looking up into the sky waiting for the ball to come down.
You do notice it just takes longer for the ball to come back to earth.
It's because there's no gravity here.
Christian Walker bats cleanup. Christian singled, walked, and scored a run in his start at DH in the opener Friday. But last night 0 for 4, that snapped a 7-game hit streak for him.
Yeah, some signs of frustration on Christian Walker last night, at least according to his body language. You mentioned the 0 for 4, hit into a double play his first at bat, popped into foul territory to the catcher, and each time it took him a little bit longer and a little bit longer to get back to that third base dugout.
Yeah, 2 ground ball outs, 2 pop-ups. Frustrating day for a guy that swung the bat very well as of late. This has popped up again near the Diamondback dugout. Some quick hands down there.
Yeah. little bit smaller crowd today than we saw in the first 2 games of this series. We mentioned the Broncos had a football game last night. We thought that might cut into the attendance, but there was over 30,000 people here last night. A little bit more sparse today.
At 32 plus Friday, 35,000 plus last night. Christian hits it in the air, deep to right center field. Christian Walker off the wall. Here comes Rivera. He will score. It's an RBI double for Christian Walker, and the Diamondbacks strike first. Just missed a home run out there the other way.
When was it? 2 or 3 years ago, they put that addition on top of the fence out there in front of the bullpens. I think in days past that would have been a home run. Unfortunately, it hit high off the screen out there in front of the Rockies bullpen.
Yeah, that was an effort several years back to make this ballpark somewhat more pitcher friendly, and that cost Christian a home run as he belted it deep to right center. A chance now for Varsho with a run home and Walker at second. Well, Dalton, 244, 16 home runs, 3 hits in the series. And of course had one of the highlights of last night's game with that Little League home run.
Hey, one thing for Dalton Varsho, we mentioned this during the last homestand. He pulls the ball as much as anybody in the National League, but the Rockies continue to play the center fielder over toward left center, and the right fielder right now playing pretty much straight up. Yesterday, Charlie Blackmon was over in the gap in right center on that triple down the line.
Well, Varsho pops it up. Mcmahon at third as it hangs up there. But the Diamondbacks put a run on the board for Tommy Henry coming up. Thumbs up.
Goes topics. I mean, yeah, let's talk about today where I'm going to go topics.
Roll it down.
I am.
You don't need a car to listen to Sirius XM. You can listen anywhere. You know that, right?
What? Kevin Hart's last on radio.
Kevin, you could use your phone.
What? What?
Alexa, play Kevin Hart's Laugh Out Loud Radio on Sirius XM.
What?
This is how I know you're getting old. I guess that was it.
What?
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Is this reality? Oh, it's so delicious.
Dad, come on, take a break.
Nope. The new DQ Reese's Take 5 Blizzard with 5 levels of flavor. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups, caramel, peanuts, and pretzels blended in DQ Soft Serve.
And rookie pitching matchup. We've seen the Buckeye Feltner. Now here's the Michigan man, the left-hander Tommy Henry. 25 years old, makes just his 3rd major league start after picking up career win #1 last Tuesday against Pittsburgh.
A little bit shaky in his first outing against Cleveland, which is certainly understandable, making his major league debut back in Cleveland, but really good last time out against the Pirates. Gave up only 1 run on 4 hits over 7 innings.
Rockies only 8-15 since the All-Star break. Valley Chevy Dealers has the Colorado lineup.
That's Connor Joe, the left fielder. He'll lead it off for Bud Black this afternoon. Randall Grechik will be out in right. Brendan Rodgers at second base. Big C.J. Cron is the designated hitter this afternoon with Alaris Montero at first base. Ryan McMahon at third. Garrett Hampson gets a start at short. Winston Bernard out in center field. Brian Servin does the catching for right-hander. What was his name? Feltner. Ryan Feltner.
That's the Ohio kid.
See, I'm trying.
Yeah. You are.
I don't even know who that guy is.
He's gone to the dark side. Connor Joe leads it off, the left fielder today. Bud Black has a lot of his lefties on the bench. And there's a chance for Rojas to get it started. And a quick out number 1 for Tommy Henry. He's the pitcher for the Diamondbacks. Let's get a look around the diamond at the D-back defense, brought to us by E.D. Marshall Jewelers.
McCarthy in left, Thomas in center, Varsho in right. I like to call them the Three Stooges. Emmanuel Rivera at third base, Geraldo Perdomo and Josh Rojas make up the double play combo. Christian Walker at first, Cooper Hummel getting another start behind the plate for the lefty Tommy Henry.
Does that mean somebody has to be a Shemp?
No.
Randall Grechik. Dr. Howard, Dr. Fine, Dr. Howard. There's his strike, and it's 0-1. Grechik, 269, a dozen home runs. He singled in his start in center field last night. That's been his only hit in the series. Got a base hit yesterday on his 31st birthday. I guess the question for Tommy Henry is, can he recalibrate his breaking pitches? He needs that slider, needs to be able to land it for strikes. He's got a curveball as well, and will that stuff work here at this elevation? That's the mystery bonus question here today. This is slammed to center, and over the head of Alec Thomas, it gets to the wall. Grechik has been tough on lefties this year, and it's a 1-out double. Well, he's batting over .320 against left-handers, so Bud Black has him up in the 2-hole, and so far that's been the right move.
Fastball down in the zone, just nice hitting that time by Grechik. Went down and got it, and had some backspin on that line drive to center. Just sailed over Alec Thomas's head all the way to the wall.
Brendan Rodgers, just under .290 with 11 home runs, the second baseman. Rodgers was 0 for 4 in the opener Friday, but last night collected 2 of the Rockies' 3 hits. Zach Gallen was outstanding. 7 scoreless innings, gave up only 2 hits. There's a good curveball from Tommy Henry, and it's 0-2.
Hopefully Tommy Henry can follow the lead of Zach Gallen yesterday, who made nice adjustments with this curveball, lowered his sights a little bit. He was just pounding away at the bottom of that strike zone with his breaking stuff.
Up the middle and right to Rojas. Grechik able to get back safely, and there's 2 outs in the first.
You see where Rojas is positioned, right up the middle of the field. Had to hold his ground to catch the line drive. That eliminated any chance of getting back to the bag and doubling off Grechik.
Grechik in scoring position for C.J. Cron, who was 5th in the National League with 80 runs batted in, but has gone hitless in the series. He has walked and struck out 3 times. 0 for 7.
Oh boy, Cooper. Still getting his feet wet back there at the major league level. Does a nice job of squaring up, keeping that ball in front, holding Grechik out there at second base.
Second major league start and second in this series behind the plate for Cooper Hummel. Well, C.J. Cron would have had a 2-out, 2-run homer in the 9th inning last night had he not been robbed on this magnificent piece of defense by Alec Thomas.
And I've watched that play probably 100 times since last night, and the thing that still amazes me is Alec got his bare hand up there and closed it around the glove. He made a 2-handed catch above the fence in center field.
It was unbelievable. And at a 3-0 count, they're going to put Cron on, and they will work to the youngster Montero.
Playing the numbers right there, but in this series Montero's been a much more dangerous hitter than C.J. Cron. I'm not taking anything away from C.J. He's been good all summer, but Montero has been barreling it up with regularity.
Larrys Montero. 0 for 3, struck out twice last night. Had a big 2-run double in Friday's opener. That's been his only hit in the series. 2 on and 2 out. And Tommy Henry lands a curveball for a strike. That will be key for him today. Doubled up with that curveball. Last week against Pittsburgh at Chase Field, Tommy seemed to have his breaking ball grip adjusted after a bullpen session with Brent Strom after the start at Cleveland, and he felt a lot better with it. Said he got more frequent swings and misses, especially with that slider. Felt like it was nice to get some positive feedback from all the work they'd put in. Right away, a big test for Tommy Henry. 2 on and 2 out, 1 and 2 on Montero. On the ground to shortstop. And they go the short way for the force and get through the first with a 0 on the board. It's 1-0 Diamondbacks.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
Baseball is dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a 4-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need! Young people having a good time with insurance.
Lead here in Colorado. Parents, don't forget to sign up for the D-backs Kids Club for free using the MLB Ballpark app. Kids can redeem a free prize for each game they attend at the Kids Club headquarters. See the full list of prizes and other exclusive Kids Club benefits at dbacks.com/kidsclub. Alec Thomas starts off the second against rookie right-hander Ryan Feltner. Alec 246, 8 home runs. 0 for 3 in the opener on Friday. His big contribution, of course, that sensational catch last night for the final out.
You know, I had mentioned yesterday, since Alec was not in the starting lineup, I watched his routine in the outfield, and he told Todd about it before the ball game. He was practicing that. He was running from right center to left center. Every time somebody hit a ball, it looked like it was going to leave the ballpark, he was after it.
It is remarkable the highlight reel he has put together in basically half a season.
Yep.
Thomas, Hummel, and McCarthy 6, 7, and 8 in the second inning against Feltner, making just his 10th big league start. There was that funny moment where everyone, I think, in the stands and on the field wasn't quite sure if Alec had caught the ball or not because of his reaction, which was pretty intense. Connor Joe drifting over to left center has that. And this kind of the thing you just can't see enough. And this is a 2-run home run, and suddenly it's a ball game again, but suddenly the game's over. And there's the reaction.
I think initially everybody thought he was angry that he didn't make the catch, but he was just so fired up he couldn't help himself out there on the warning track.
I think Jeff Bannister spent the night standing on the dugout steps trying to make sure that he did catch it. Cooper Hummel, curveball for a strike. Another start behind the plate for Cooper, who had a big 2-run double and looked pretty quick and agile back there defensively, making his first ever start at catcher of the big leagues in the opener Friday. If you're on Twitter, check out our social media question today, Bally Sports Arizona. Who's your pick to win the National League pennant? These are the 3 division leaders. Dodgers in the West, Cardinals in the Central. Cardinals will be at Chase Field next weekend. Or the New York Mets.
I'll go with other.
Bally Sports AZ. Yeah, there's no really compelling choice there. So we'll have the results of your voting coming up later in the show. Ask Jeff Bannister, who runs the catching game, what you see from Cooper in his start behind the plate. And he was very pleased, but he said what was surprising was he really didn't notice him, which is what they say about a very good umpire. You almost don't know he's there. So the reviews so far have been good.
Hey, I can feel a D-backs home run coming today. When the D-backs hit big, you win big. Get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase the day after the D-backs hit a home run.
There's Jeff Bannister, who did a tremendous job yesterday steering the ship while Torrey was back home in Phoenix. Jake McCarthy down. Torrey back early this morning. He's not had a lot of sleep, but said everything went very, very well with Nicole's service yesterday. Spent a lot of time, he and his wife Kristen, with Mike and his family. A lot of people at the Hazen household, and he said it was just a really good feeling for everybody, and just to have that sort of sense of community and togetherness in the wake of the tragedy of Nicole's death. So we're back with Torrey here today. And that's going to be up there for a while, as it should be. Well, McCarthy's run the count to 3-1. Geraldo Perdomo on deck. Well, Feltner issues a 2-out walk. That's his first base on balls, and now Perdomo gets a chance.
Always a no-no at Coors Field. You heard Zach Gallen talking about it in the pregame show. You just don't want to put guys on base. Everybody in the lineup is capable of hitting a home run in this ballpark, and you definitely don't want guys on base ahead of them.
That's rule number 1 from Bud Black for his pitchers. You just cannot create extra unnecessary traffic.
Oh, Jake had one of those Dave McKay jumps down there and stopped. Feltner on the mound has allowed 5 stolen bases, no caught stealing yet, and behind the plate Brian Servant has allowed 23 stolen bases in 28 attempts. Go get it, Jake.
It's hard to blame them for getting nervous because the jumps are just so ridiculously good that I think they do realize all the guy has to do is step off and I'm a dead duck. So I guess if you're going to go, you got to go and commit. McCarthy with 7 stolen bases. He's only been caught 1 time.
They've got the rookie Montero at first base today. C.J. Cron is the DH. And Montero's defense has been a work in progress. It's well behind the bat. This is the kind of stuff that Jeff Bannister was explaining really helps the Diamondback pitchers because of the way this club runs the bases, picks up the baseball. There goes McCarthy. Got a tremendous jump, and he's in there. Pressure, pressure, pressure.
I love it. I absolutely love it. Seems like there were a lot of games in the early part of the season where the Diamondbacks were waiting for a 3-run home run from guys that don't hit 3-run home runs. But when you've got this kind of team speed, and the Diamondbacks have as much speed as anybody in the game right now, why not use it?
0-2 on Perdomo, and Geraldo strikes out. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Feltner. In Colorado, Diamondbacks have a 1-0 lead.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
Baseball is dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a 4-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Bubbles. Bubbles, bubbles, bubbles. There are bubbles everywhere. As an Expedia member, you earn points on top of your airline miles. So you can go and see even more of all the world's bubbles.
Celebrate Mexican Heritage Night with us on Saturday, August 20th. All fans at Chase Field can enjoy a post-game concert featuring Grupo Labertino. Get your tickets and your VIP field passes right now. dbacks.com/MHN. One of our favorite nights of the year coming up next weekend. Ryan McMahon leads off the second against Tommy Henry. McMahon's had a quiet series against Singleton walked. Oh for 3, struck out twice against Zach Gallen last night. Did not go, says Larry Vanover. And it's 2-0. McMahon's 0 for last night snapped what was a 10-game hit streak to start the month. 3 infielders on the right side against him. Bud Black has several of his lefties on the bench against Henry. Nunez, Charlie Blackmon, Sam Hilliard. Bud McMahon is in there batting 6th. A little roll over to Rojas. Day off for the shortstop Jose Iglesias, which is good news considering he's 3rd in the National League in hitting. And so it's the first appearance in the series for Garrett Hampson, who's the shortstop. 230 and 2 home runs. Hampson's role with the Rockies has really been diminished. He's been a guy who far more often than not was out there at
Any one of a number of defensive spots.
You might see him at 3 different positions in a 3-game series.
But he just has not had consistent playing time this year. The numbers reflect that. Just 2 for 25 over his last 10 games. Just foul at third, says Larry Vanover. And Hampson's going to need a new stick.
Love the reaction of the kids when they get a ball. That one was tossed up by the security guard down the left field line, but makes no difference. I'm taking home a big league baseball tonight.
That's right. I'll wrestle you for it. 0-2 on Hampson. Tommy Henry had a 15-pitch first. He had a double and an intentional walk, had 2 on and 2 out, and got Montero to ground out to win the threat. Perdomo backhands, plants and throws. Hampson can really get up that line, but that's out number 2.
I mentioned it last night, Bert. It's been so much fun to watch guys like Geraldo Perdomo, who had some issues at shortstop early in the season. Just to watch his progress, working hard every day with Tony Paraschica to improve his skills. I mean, this is a play he probably would have fielded and dropped before throwing across the diamond. And with Hampson's speed, it would have been an E6 or an infield hit. Not anymore. He's smooth as silk.
Yeah, no means a finished product, certainly, but a lot of the wrinkles have been ironed out. Here is the hero from Friday, Winston Bernard, the 31-year-old rookie. He will be 32 next month. A journey to the major leagues that lasted more than a decade. And he had an infield single in the opener Friday, initially called out and then overturned upon review for his first career hit. It was quite a moment here. Another one on the ground for Perdomo. Behind the bag, smooth and easy, a 10-pitch second for Tommy Henry. 3 ground ball outs. He leads it 1-0.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fire it up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
People who come to Cricket stay with Cricket.
I got my phone from Cricket and it's amazing. As a journalist, I use it for basically everything.
Great phones, great deals. Now that's a story. Smile. You're on Cricket.
Everyone deserves to feel close to their partner. And if erectile dysfunction gets in the way, then you know, it's not just a you thing. It's a you and her, him or them thing. It is a relationship thing. And it's frustrating. I know. My partner Cleo knows. We've been there. That's why I started Roman, to make it simple to connect with a healthcare professional online and find a treatment plan that's right for you, so you can get back to the relationship that you deserve. Roman, let's take care of it.
I guess that's it then, huh?
Yep. Young rookie with a 1-0 lead. Now the camera's over here. U of A night at Chase Field coming up Wednesday, September 14. It's presented by Chase. The special event ticket pack includes a lower level ticket to the Diamondbacks game against the Dodgers and a co-branded D-backs U of A cap. You can join your fellow Wildcats for the night. dbacks.com/U of A. Bear down. Josh Rojas leads off the third against Ryan Feltner. Rojas flying out to left to lead off the ball game. Start at second base today. Rojas since July 1st is batting .313. And over that span has been getting on base at a .393 clip. And slider missed away, 2-1. There's Tommy Henry. So far so good. A 15 pitch first, a 10 pitch second. And it looks like he's able to throw that curveball and at least land it for strikes, which was one of the big questions coming into today.
Always a big question for any pitcher coming into Coors Field. Will my breaking stuff work the way I hope it does?
Only one way to find out. Rojas belts it into center. There's a base hit. That's Josh's 5th hit in the series.
Talking about watching the progress of some of these young players. Of course, we got to see a lot of Josh Rojas last year, but he's really cut down on his swing. Much more controlled, especially with 2 strikes. When he gets a pitch in the zone, just hit it where it's pitched. That time a line drive into center field to get the inning started.
On board ahead of Emmanuel Rivera, who homered here twice last night. Singled and scored to lead off the ball game today. Came home on Christian Walker's 2-out double. Rojas with a tremendous jump, and he's in there at second.
Boy, this is going to turn into a track meet. Dave McKay obviously has something on Feltner, and the Diamondbacks are going to run wild this afternoon.
Rojas a perfect 15 for 15 this year. Look at that jump. No throw from Servin back there.
Oh my goodness. He didn't even have time to put his oven mitt on.
Right. Way up there in the air. Boy, that hangs up there a long time. And Grechik has it for the first out.
Hey fans, anytime the D-backs score 5 runs or more, Taco Bell's giving away 3 free seasoned beef crunchy tacos with the purchase of a large drink between 4 and 6 the following day at participating locations.
Dave McKay down there coaching at first. Here is Ketel Marte. Ketel flying out his first time. Joe Mather is a guy who subscribes to the school of thought that when Ketel was the DH for a long time, coming off the hamstring problem, maybe he was a little freer to try some things at the plate that maybe he was not able to on the offensive side when he had to play defense as well. And so, you know, we're starting to see semi-consistent stops at the DH spot for Ketel. There's Joe Mather, the hitting coach. Tony Perez-Chica coaching at third. 2-0 on Ketel Marte. Feltner not afraid to throw his breaking stuff. Had a slider for a strike, and that curveball missed in. 48 pitches, 28 strikes. 3-1 with Walker on deck. Back to the slider.
Diamondbacks in the first 2 games of this series, a combined 2 for 11 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 3 already today. Let's see one right here. course, when you're hitting solo home runs, there's not many guys on base.
Patient at bat there for Cattell. Lays off that fastball up and away. Second walk issued by Feltner. A chance for Walker, who just missed a home run his first time up. An RBI double high off the wall in right center.
And the emphasis on that last term, right center. We've seen Christian going the opposite way more in the last week than we did the entire first half of the season. He was widely considered a dead pull power hitter. But in the second half, he's been taking his knocks the other way, especially when he gets to those 2 strike counts.
Way out of here. Christian Walker launches one in Denver for a 3-run home run, and it's 4-0 Diamondbacks.
Apparently he's tired of hitting the ball to the opposite field.
Right.
Wow. Huge home run.
Walker with a double and a home run. He's knocked in 4.
Boy, you want to talk about a no-doubter. That's a hanging slider, belt high, middle of the plate. That's what you're supposed to do with that pitch.
460 feet.
Ooh.
And I think we have a Diamondback fan out there who was able to corral this one. All right.
Yeah, how about that?
The quickness. The 27th for Christian Walker. When the Diamondbacks hit big, you win big. That's a jumbo jack. Free jumbo jack tomorrow, a Jack in the Box with a purchase of a large drink. Dalton Varsho, the hitter now. Walker has knocked in all 4 runs. Boy, Connor Joe barely moved and left.
The fans in the first 15 rows barely moved.
They just looked behind.
Oh, man, that ball was toasted.
27th of the year for Christian Walker. 1-2 on Dalton. That's yours.
Nah, just a little short.
Yeah, we're a little too far back here. Well, Varsho had that big triple into the right field corner in the 8th inning last night. Came all the way around, a Little League home run. Charlie Blackmon had some issues picking up the ball for an E9. And Varsho waves at that curveball. Boy, Feltner really leaning on his breaking stuff. And it's been a mixed bag so far. Gets his 3rd strikeout. Alec Thomas now. Feltner has had an issue with the long ball. That home run was the 9th he's allowed this year in just under 50 innings. Alec punches this up short left. 3 Rockies in pursuit, and a nice running grab there by the shortstop, Darren Hempson. Christian Walker, a double and a home run. He's knocked in all 4 Diamondback runs. 460 feet to a Diamondback fan, and it's 4-zip.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fire it up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back, the workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt, and that's what it means to be never idle.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of Major League talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly.
Standard Tommy Henry, they say the way to succeed in this ballpark is to be a ground ball pitcher, and so far so good for the rookie left-hander.
Yeah, that's the only out he got in the air right there, a soft line drive to second base. Everything else has been banged on the ground. 5 of the 6 outs have come on easy ground balls.
Nationwide Vision Center, eye on the game. Tommy Henry, a 15-pitch first inning, coming off a 10-pitch second. He's throwing strikes. He's landed some curveballs. So far, so good. Only 1 hit for Colorado as Brian Serven, the catcher, the number 9 man, leads off the Colorado third.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't hurt Tommy Henry at all, the fact that his offense has spotted him to a 4-0 lead.
Right. Well, he described the comparison, Tommy Henry, from Major League start 1 to start number 2 was pretty significantly different. He felt like last week against Pittsburgh he could breathe a little bit, settle in just a bit. And a lot of that was familiarity with everyone around him. Felt a little more calm, able to get into a groove out there. And he's back in the groove so far today. Serven hits a rocket right at Rivera at third. I got a first pitch fastball. He was right on it. Henry has retired 5 in a row. Connor Joe, the leadoff man.
Yeah, if you think about it, it has to be a little reassuring when you're called up to the major league to have some teammates at the major league level that you played with in the minor leagues. I remember when I got called up to the big leagues after the strike in 1981, the only guy I knew was the other guy that was called up the same time I was, Bob Tufts. I didn't know anybody, hadn't been to a big league camp. I felt like I was an intruder. But when you come up and you've got guys sitting to your right and left in the lockers across from you that you've played with in the minor league level, that has to give you a certain amount of comfort.
Another one on the ground for Perdomo. The Rockies have come out very aggressive against Tommy Henry so far. No Rocky batter has faced more than 4 pitches in an at-bat.
Outstanding.
And Tommy has thrown first pitch strikes to 8 of the 10 he's faced. Here is Grechik, who has their only hit, a double in the first. Two outs on 3 pitches in the inning for Tommy. He talked about the feeling of the trust that the coaching staff and the players around him have instilled. That's, to your point, the comfort level has gone way up. McCarthy tracking this one down with Alec Thomas, and Alex got it in left center. And that is a 5-pitch 1-2-3 third for Tommy Henry, who leads it 4-0.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Responsible for all 4 Diamondback runs as we lead here in Colorado. And a reminder to make sure you have the Bally Sports app so you can follow the D-backs, stream the D-backs games and D-backs live. You'll get more team coverage, exclusive content, and game replays. D-backs baseball on the Bally Sports app is presented locally by Nissan. Cooper Hummel, the catcher today, leads off the 4th against rookie Ryan Feltner. Oh, that one got by the pitcher. Cooper can run, and he is safe at first. They throw it away. Rogers tried to force the out, and Hummel standing at second base. Cooper Hummel runs pretty well. I think they've hung the air on Montero at first.
Yeah, Rogers does everything he could possibly do. That throw, I'm not so sure that error should be on the first baseman right there, but the good news is Cooper Hummel on second base to start the inning.
He's got a base hit. He's at second on the error ahead of Jake McCarthy. Jake walked and stole a base his first time up.
Whoa.
Well, he got a slider but couldn't keep it fair. Tell you what, for a rookie pitcher who's thrown fewer than 50 innings in the major leagues and pitching at Coors Field, Ryan Feltner is not afraid to throw his slider or his curveball. He has stuck with his breaking stuff today. That's a base hit for McCarthy. Hummel will take the turn. He will score. Jake McCarthy into second with an RBI double. Well, watch McCarthy coming out of the box. He thinks double every time he hits the ball into the field of play.
And in this ballpark, he's probably thinking 3.
Right.
Just busted out of that batter's box right away. Long run for Randall Grechik out there in right field. By the time he gathers and throws back to the infield, Jake's already standing at second base.
Got you some tacos. 5-0 Diamondbacks. McCarthy on the move again, and he's in at third. They're running wild here at Coors. Jake stole second in the second. He stole in third in the fourth.
Well, whatever it is, the tip for Dave McKay, you can see it at second base just as easily as you can see it from first base. Jake had such a big jump that Servin doesn't even bother to throw.
And Perdomo tries to drop down a bunt. Servin hangs on to the foul tip, and it's 0-2. Boy, this group has become a lot of fun to watch.
I jokingly said they're like the mid-'80s Cardinals.
Whitey's Willie McGee down there.
Willie McGee and Ozzie and Lonnie Smith and Vince Coleman.
Get Whitey Herzog. They catch the ball. They run the bases really well. They've got very good pitching. It's starting to come together, Pepper. Hampson at short, looks McCarthy back, and they get the out on Perdomo.
That's the first ground ball out for Feltner in this game. He had 6 fly ball outs, 3 strikeouts, but that was the very first ground ball out, as opposed to our guy who's putting the ball on the ground with regularity.
Tommy Henry. Here's the contrast between the Big Ten matchup. Through 3 innings, Feltner had thrown 60 pitches. Tommy Henry had thrown 30.
Wow.
Rojas fights it off and foul. This was an intriguing aspect to this matchup of rookie starters. Ryan Feltner from Ohio State, Tommy Henry from Michigan. A Big Ten battle here. Feltner a 4th rounder out of Columbus, Henry a 2nd rounder out of Ann Arbor.
9-13 at Ohio State.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Must not have scored many runs for him. Whoa.
9-14 for Feltner, 4.88 ERA. But as a junior in Columbus, he was listed as the top prospect in the Big Ten. So there was something people liked about him, a 4th round pick. Mid-90s fastball. He's got a couple of breaking pitches and a changeup. Rojas out to left field, right at Connor Joe. McCarthy's at 3rd, and here he comes. Make it 6-0. Austin Gomber, the left-hander, starts to get loose in the Rocky bullpen. RBI for Rojas. Here's Gomber, who, like Montero, was acquired from the Cardinals in the Nolan Arenado deal. He's been moved from the rotation into some relief work. Emmanuel Rivera singled and scored in the 1st. He's 1 for 2.
And Josh Rojas can thank Jake McCarthy for that stolen base, getting an RBI right there. I doubt if McCarthy would have been able to advance on the ground ball to short that Perdomo hit, but because of the stolen base, he was easily able to tag up and score on that fly ball to left field.
It's the gravitational pull around Jake McCarthy. Stuff just happens when he's on the field. Oh, 2. Wow, what a scoop by Hampson at shortstop. How about Garrett Hampson at short? But the Diamondbacks keep on scoring. They lead at 6-0.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a 4-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
In his first Coors Field start. Don't forget, you can enjoy the show wherever you are with the MLB app. Coverage of in-game highlights, pitch-by-pitch features, select live broadcast coverage, and more. You won't miss a beat. Download the MLB app today. Well, Tommy Henry has been remarkably efficient. 15 pitches in the first, 10 pitches in the second. He's coming off a 5-pitch third. He has retired 7 consecutive Colorado hitters and has a 6-0 lead as Brendan Rodgers starts us off in the Rocky 4th. Rodgers lined out to second his first time up today. He has 34 hits since the All-Star break. That's the most in the majors. And 2 of Colorado's 3 hits last night. Just 1 hit for the Rockies so far. A Grechik double back in the first. Walker's got it. Another ground ball out for Tommy Henry.
And a 2-0 count, too. An opposite field ground ball on a 2-0 count.
Well, one of the keys is get ahead, stay ahead. Tommy Henry, 8 of 12 first pitch strikes. There's Dad on the right, Tom. They started with 170 or something like that. They're down to the true believers now. Well, he's got a tremendous support system, Tommy Henry. Here's C.J. Cron, who was given a free pass his first time. Well, the Rockies are just coming out swinging, very aggressive early in counts, and they're really playing right into Tommy Henry's hands. He set down 9 straight, and there's 2 outs of the 4th.
We just gave you a shot of Tommy Henry's father, Tom, who played tight end at Western Michigan University. Actually got a preseason camp invite to the Seattle Seahawks.
Wow.
Athletic family.
He's got a great support system. We've seen that in the first 2 starts. First at Cleveland and then last week at Chase Field against the Pirates. Here is Hilarious Montero, the rookie. By the way, they did change that error in the top half of this inning, and the ball that Cooper Hummel hit, the single and the E4 now. The error is charged to Rogers, the second baseman. There's the curveball from Henry, and it's 0-2. Montero still has a lot of swing and miss in there, along with some tremendous power. Doesn't bite on the slider. Bud Black says that Montero has looked more comfortable. I think we've certainly seen that.
Yep.
He's on the fastball. He's timed up some breaking balls. They feel like the bat speed is pretty good. Swings look good. Timing is much improved. Down the line and out of play.
Oh, knock it down with the chair. Nice going.
Wow. Use what they give you. Doesn't even need a glove. Tommy Henry, a 2nd-round pick by the Diamondbacks in 2019. University of Michigan. Took the Wolverines to the College World Series final. One, 2. Foul at third. Starting to get more cloud cover coming in now from behind the left field foul pole. It was bright sunshine all morning long, not a cloud in the sky that is, as it often does here, changing quickly. There's some rain in the forecast, but not until somewhere around 6 or 7 local time this evening. There's downtown Denver behind us.
Right about the time we'll be sitting on the tarmac.
Don't even say it. Don't even go there. Still 1-2 on Hilarious Montero. Called strike 3. Dropped the curveball in there. Tommy Henry gets his first strikeout. He has retired 10 consecutive Rockies. And through 4 has given up only 1 hit. He leads at 6-0.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back, the workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt, and that's what it means to be never idle.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a 4-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Bubbles, bubbles, so many bubbles. As an Expedia member, you earn points on your travels, and that's on top of your airline miles. So you can go and see, or taste, or do absolutely nothing.
Here in Colorado, a moment of concern here as Dalton Varsho came off the field, and you can tell.
Josh Rojas apparently was the first one to notice whatever the issue is. I think he thought initially Dalton might have been kidding around, but
yeah, there was a look on Dalton's face, and right there you can see him shaking his head. He immediately checked in with the trainer. That's not the look of somebody who's kidding around. And Dalton checked in with a trainer and went immediately into the clubhouse for treatment on something. And you can see the frustration in his face right there. And right away, he needs to be attended to. We don't know about any specific play on which he may have hurt himself, but that was not encouraging. Now, there he is right there. I think he's explained to Torey Lovullo what's going on. Well, that's good to see. He's back in the dugout with his helmet on.
Yeah.
But that gave us a pause during the commercial break. And so here we are as Ketel Marte leads off the 5th. And sends one out to left field for Connor Joe. Varsho on deck now behind Christian Walker. Walker's had the big bat today. An RBI double in the first and a 3-run home run in the third. His 27th of the year. Well, whatever was wrong, it's not serious enough to prevent Dalton from going out into the on-deck circle. So we'll take that as a good sign.
Yeah, Dalton's about as tough as they come.
Right.
And, just to see him walking off the field the way he did was alarming.
Yeah.
You know, you never see him register any kind of pain or concern.
Christian Walker into left field. He's got his 3rd hit today. He's 3 for 3. And he is a triple shy of the cycle.
Good triples ballpark, too.
Right? He's got some time left. It's only the 5th inning. All right, we think we understand where Dalton Varsho may have hurt himself. Now he's walking back into the dugout. Oh, Rojas was throwing the ball around the infield to second base and hit Varsho with it.
That's it.
And that's going to be it for Feltner, as Bud Black will make a pitching change. So that was on Josh Rojas. And Dalton was less than thrilled, but everybody seems to be just fine, thank goodness, except for Ryan Feltner, who will leave trailing 6-0. Back in a moment.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of Major League talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Varsho steps in with a 1 out in the 5th inning. Bud Black goes to his left-hander Austin Gomber, who has been going back and forth between the rotation and the bullpen this year. Acquired prior to last year from the Cardinals in the Nolan Arenado deal. He was moved back to the rotation for 4 starts before going back into the bullpen after the All-Star break. Holton reaches down and lifts it to very shallow center, and Hampson is able to track it down. Let's go down to Todd.
Guys, I can confirm what happened to Dalton Varsho just a few moments ago. I didn't actually see it. I heard it, or I heard the reaction to it by the crowd, by the Diamondbacks dugout, oohs and ahs, because they saw a ball, an errant ball that was thrown by Josh Rojas that caught Dalton Varsho, looks like in the shoulder area. I talked to some of the still photographers that are down here that captured that. You may see that somewhere online at some point, but there was clearly some concern. You saw it from Josh Rojas, but as Dalton Varsho made it into the dugout, you called that correctly, Steve. He went right to the trainer, and he was stunned for a moment, very clearly.
Don't know why Josh was messing around like that.
Yeah, that's an odd thing they do nowadays. It used to be you would throw the ball around the horn, as you see Josh's reaction after he hit Varsho. And you throw the ball around the horn after an out. The first baseman gets an out at first. He'll throw it around to the second baseman, the shortstop, the third baseman, and back to the pitcher. And it used to be at the end of the inning when the third out was recorded. If it was a strikeout, the catcher would just roll the ball back to the mound. But now, when the third out of the inning is recorded, they throw it all around. Guys coming in from the outfield, and first baseman will throw it to the third baseman. He'll throw it to the second baseman, and eventually it'll find its way up into the stands. But Dalton obviously was not prepared for that throw from Josh Rojas.
Yeah, you could see from the high overhead cam it hit Dalton apparently somewhere in the left shoulder as he was standing almost right on the second base bag. And Josh obviously right away felt badly about it. As you can see, Alec Thomas dunks one into right field. 2-1 and 2 out now for Cooper Hummel.
As you mentioned earlier, Cooper Hummel with his second start behind the plate in this series. Really the only problem he's had is hanging on to his bat when he's up at the plate. He's had a couple of swings where the bat went flying out of his hands. He had to go back to the on-deck circle and get some more stickum, but he's had no issues behind the plate.
Got very good reports, of course, from Jeff Bannister, who runs the catching game for the Diamondbacks. He was very pleased with what he saw from Cooper. There's Banny. Varsho's gone back down into the clubhouse now. I think we were lucky because we just narrowly avoided a Marcia Brady football to the nose situation.
Marcia.
Exactly. Of course, that was right before her big date with Doug Simpson.
How do you remember that stuff?
I don't. I just looked it up. 1-2. That's fair at third for McMahon, who steps on the bag for the forced play to end the inning. 6-0 in Colorado. Marcia.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of Major League talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need! Young people having a good time with insurance! Young people, good...
We're free. I think it's just the feeling. Loose, free, aggressive. Those have kind of been my words, my little mantra this week. Just trying to stay that way. I think that's when I'm at my best, and I think that creates the best recipe.
Oh, I just love that. Kind of a groovy feeling for Tommy Henry. Guys, I'm Todd Walsh back here at Coors Field. He was on Diamondbacks Live, the pregame show we talked yesterday. There he is out on the mound. I spoke to Carson Kelly, who talked to him or caught him in that second game against Pittsburgh, his first win. He said, look, I just know that he is smart enough to continue to garner momentum, not just on the days that he pitches, but just as importantly, Bob, as you know, the days between starts. And that's when we talked to him yesterday.
Ryan McMahon leads off the fifth. Tommy has retired the last 10 batters he's faced. McMahon trying to bunt his way on, and he's aboard to open it up for Colorado. Rockies have only one hit prior to this, a Grechik double in the first, the second batter of the game for Colorado. And now they have to go to small ball here in Denver.
Yeah, which is fine. That's much better than the alternative that we usually see here in Colorado. Bunted that ball hard to the right side with Josh Rojas playing deep, and just couldn't quite get it over there in time to get McMahon.
Jared Hampson grounded out his first time. Tommy Henry's had a lot of ground ball outs. Rockies very aggressive early in counts. Only one Colorado hitter has had a 3-ball count today. That was the free pass given C.J. Cron back in the first.
Yeah, Diamondbacks pitchers have done a nice job of avoiding the base on balls in this series. There were 2 in each of the first 2 games and 1 intentional walk today.
Another curveball for a strike. Tommy appears to have no trouble landing that curveball in the zone, which was one of the keys going into this one. How would his breaking pitches react at this elevation? Well, so far so good. Fastball missed down and in. Well, there's the second 3-ball count of the ball game. 3-1 on the Rockies shortstop. Winston Bernard, the 31-year-old rookie, on deck. Just his second major league game. Full count, 3-2. Sticking with a fastball, left that one in a bad spot, but got away with it. Tommy really hasn't had to work too hard today. Pitches per inning, 15, 10, 5, and 12. Pitch number 50 right here. There's one on the ground. Perdomo. Rojas for one. Hampson runs well. They can't turn two. Well, we have another angle of the Josh Rojas Dalton Varsho episode. Watch the upper right of your screen here as Dalton comes in from the outfield right at second base. We've blown it up, and right there he got hit right in the shoulder, the left shoulder, by the throw from Josh. Might have hit him right on the clavicle. But fortunately, he appears to be okay. Still in ball game. Here is Winston Bernard.
And obviously no ill intent on the part of Josh Rojas right there. Like I said, every team does it. They throw it around crazily when they come in off the field. You never know who's going to get it next until ultimately the last guy that gets it in front of the dugout usually throws it up over the screen to the fans. But Dalton wasn't quite ready for that one.
Yeah, it's not what you want. 0-1. See that weather starting to make things a little more gloomy here. The lights are not on yet, but that sky off to the left is getting a little gloomy there. There's a strikeout for Tommy Henry, his second in the ball game, as we get this from 72 Sold.
Hey, baseball fans, 72 Sold has a new, better way to sell your home. It's fast, it's easy, and you can get thousands more. Check it out today at 72sold.com.
2 outs in the fifth. Hampson at first, and here is the number 9 man, the catcher, Brian Serven, who homered here Friday. Serven had a line drive home run off Zach Davies in the 5th inning Friday. Diamondbacks had a 3-0 lead in that ball game at one point. Serven's homer tied at 3-3, and Colorado went on to the 5-3 win. Diamondbacks have out hit the Rockies 8-2. They lead at 6-0. Here's Zach Davies. Zach scheduled to pitch the 3rd game of 4 at San Francisco. We fly out to San Francisco after the game, hopefully. Hampson on the run. And he's in at second.
Yeah, pitch in the dirt that time to Cooper Hummel really didn't have much of a chance. The only hope you have on a play like that is to just pick it cleanly and get off the throw as quickly as possible. But Cooper was more concerned with blocking that ball in the dirt.
7th stolen base of the year for the speedy Hampson. He's at second now with 2 outs and a 1-2 count on Serven. Diamondbacks got a run in the first. Emmanuel Rivera singled. Came home in a 2-out RBI double by Christian Walker, who just missed a home run high off the wall in right center. Walker had a 3-run home run out to left in the third, 460 feet, is 27. They tacked on 2 more in the fourth. That one goes off the glove of Cooper as Henry yanked a fastball. Now Hampson's down there at third.
I think that was just an element of surprise. You see where Cooper Hummel is set up. That pitch is way on the inside part of the plate to a right-handed batter. Just couldn't quite make the adjustment quickly enough.
Wild pitch charged to Tommy Henry. 2-2 on Brian Serven. This is the first time the Rockies have had a runner in scoring position since the first inning when they had 2 on and 2 out. Henry got Montero to ground out to end the inning, and he's been in command ever since.
And in defense of Cooper Hummel on that wild pitch, when you're catching a pitcher that's hitting his spots so consistently the way Tommy Henry has been today, and then all of a sudden he uncorks one that goes somewhere you're not expecting, that's when it's tough to make that quick adjustment.
60 pitches, 42 strikes. Serven, the more he's stayed up here at this level, the more hitter she's looked. Started the year at AAA, came up for the first time in his career middle of May. He's a 27-year-old rookie. And he's done a pretty nice job, former ASU Sun Devil.
A screaming line drive home run on Friday night. Oh my goodness. Didn't get more than 49 feet off the ground as it sailed out of here.
Still 2-2. Lost the handle a bit on a curveball there, and now it's full. I think Cooper Hummel, Bob, has looked very agile back there.
Yeah, very athletic, very quick in his movements. He had to be quick on this one. That's a breaking ball headed for the backstop. He ends up with his back turned to the infield as he made that stop.
So a full count on the Rockies catcher. Pitch number 10 in this at bat right here. This is as hard as Tommy Henry's had to work all day long. Brent Strom. Diamondbacks have announced their starters for the 4-game series in San Francisco. Mad Bum goes against the Giants in San Francisco tomorrow night. And it's Merrill Kelly, Zach Davies, and Zach Gallen on getaway day Thursday. And there's the walk to Serven to earn that one. Second base on balls issued by Tommy Henry. The first was intentional. And that'll bring up the leadoff man, Connor Joe. Brent Strom out to the mound. And while Brent Strom has a word with Tommy Henry, we get a word from Bank of America. Tommy Henry had retired 10 consecutive Rockies before McMahon's bunt single to lead off the inning. And he's still not yet out of his 5th inning. First and third, 2 down for Connor Joe, who has twice grounded out. He's 0 for 2. Pep talk there from Perdomo. 4 2/3 scoreless, only 2 hits allowed. He's walked 2, struck out 2. Joe 0 for 2. Connor Joe, since the All-Star break, is 3 for 36. His bat has disappeared. His start to the season was a great success story. He was in their everyday lineup. He spent much of the first half of the year as their leadoff man. Back in the leadoff spot today. Hampson at third, Servant at first. The 0-1. Well, the next pitch for Tommy Henry will be number 25 in the inning. This is lifted out to Dalton Varsho, backpedaling toward the warning track, and Tommy Henry strands two for the second time of the ball game. He's worked 5 scoreless high fives in Colorado.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need! Young people having a good time with insurance! Young people, good times, insurance!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a 4-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets.
Arizona is brought to you by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Own your moment so you do you. By Chaz Roberts Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Choose Chaz. And by Nissan. Choose Nissan today for great offers and our most exciting lineup ever. Shop NissanUSA.com.
Back inside Coors Field, Diamondbacks baseball is brought to you by Gila River Resorts and Casinos. Tommy Henry 5 scoreless innings, holding a 6-0 lead over the Rockies, as Jake McCarthy leads off the 6th against left-hander Austin Gomber. Jake's already had a big day, batting 8th in the lineup. And there is Tommy Henry, 67 pitches through 5 scoreless. He has given up only 2 hits. McCarthy walked and stole a base in the 2nd. Was left at second base. He doubled and stole 3rd in the 4th. Scored on a sac fly by Josh Rojas. And keeps waving at these breaking balls from Austin Gomber. Cooper Hummel and Tommy Henry battery for the Diamondbacks today.
Love to see that. Talking over strategy. What could we have done differently? What did we do well in that inning?
McCarthy pops it up third base side for McMahon. And he's got it in foul ground. Now Tommy Henry, just for contrast, had a 5-pitch 3rd inning. He just finished a 25-pitch 5th. But put another 0 up on the board. Here is Geraldo Perdomo now. Perdomo has struck out, grounded out, 0 for 2. Diamondbacks with a win today will win the series. And they would move to 8-8 against the Rockies this year. 3-3 here at Coors, where they have won only 3 times in their last 13 games. There's the skipper. Tore the velo back today with a ball club. Perdomo batting right-handed, trying to drop one in over Montero, and it lands inside the foul line. Perdomo, as it rolls up the line, runs into second. And a bit of an awkward landing right there, but he's apparently just fine. Boy, that drop down there just kind of checked up. He spotted that and knew he had time to get to second. It just did.
Took a really wide turn around first base. As you said, he sees it's going to drop. He goes hard down the first baseline, but then looking over his shoulder, he got way out of the baseline. A very awkward late slide there at second base. Fortunately, I think he's okay out there.
Yeah, it did not exactly stick the landing that time. Here is Rojas, the leadoff man. Josh has singled, stolen a base, scored a run, and knocked in a run. 1 for 2. That one might get through, and it does. It's by a diving Rogers. Here comes Perdomo, and Grechik drops the ball. Everybody's safe. Rojas flies into second base. Randall Grechik had a play on Perdomo at the plate, came up throwing, and dropped the baseball. And Perdomo scores on the E9, the error charge to the right fielder.
Boy, boy, boy. Pressure, pressure, pressure. I mean, even a player as accomplished as Randall Grechik had to rush out there in right field. Tony Perez-Chico waving Perdomo all the way, and Grechik just drops the ball, and Josh Rojas says, I'll take an extra 90. Right there.
That's a single and an RBI for Rojas as Perdomo scores. E9 puts Rojas at second base. And here is Emmanuel Rivera, who takes a strike. 7-0 Diamondbacks. No lead is big enough in this ballpark. Rivera singled and scored in the first. He's 1 for 3 after he homered twice here last night. So Emmanuel Rivera in 8 games as a Diamondback since the trade from Kansas City has 3 doubles, 4 home runs, 6 RBIs, and he's scored 9 times.
Love that.
I mean, that's how you make an entrance. Good spot for that fastball from Gomber. It's 1-2.
Yeah, and one of the biggest assets for Rivera so far has been balancing out the Diamondbacks' left-handed heavy lineup. They've been looking for some right-handed thump for a while. Rivera may be the answer to that.
Big time. In fact, he's been so effective, the question now becomes, how do you get him in there, and how often do you get him in there against right-hand starters like he was in there today? He started third base. That's the question that only he can answer.
You know, Josh Rojas' ability to slide over and play second base should give Rivera more opportunities at third base. You can DH Ketel Marte and try to keep him healthy for the remainder of the season.
Yeah, that's been the consistent alignment for Torrey when he wants Rivera in there. Here's Madison Bumgarner, who goes tomorrow night against his old club in San Francisco, as Rivera goes down swinging. Here is Ketel, who will bat from the right side now against Gomber.
The Giants have an early 4-0 lead over the Pirates today in San Francisco. Lamont Wade Jr. with a home run.
Well, that turned out to be a long trip for Pittsburgh. They went to Baltimore, Phoenix, and now San Francisco. Ketel walked and scored in the third. He's 0 for 2. Torey Lovullo back from Phoenix. He caught the first flight very early this morning. As Gomber brings up Marte with a breaking ball. But the Diamondbacks get one more. The RBI for Rojas makes it 7-0.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of Major League talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
So you're 45. That's the perfect age to see some old friends, explore new worlds, and to start screening for colon cancer. Yep, with colon cancer.
Win over the Rockies. They lead the finale 7-0. You can get the best seats to watch your D-backs play and receive benefits like concession and team shop discounts, access to exclusive events, experiences, and more. When you become a D-backs Advantage member, you can call or text 602-462-4600 or visit dbacks.com/advantage. Randall Grechik leads off the Colorado 6th against Tommy Henry, who has worked 5 scoreless innings of 2-hit baseball so far. One change defensively. Dalton Varsho, plunked on the shoulder by that Josh Rojas throw, has come out of the ball game, and Jordan Luplow takes over in right field.
I think that's a wise move. I mean, we don't know the severity of Dalton's injury at this point, but you got to believe it hurts a little bit, maybe some swelling in there, and you want to be able to have him available in that San Francisco series. So Luplow takes over for Varsho in right field, and Dalton's probably up in the training room right now getting some treatments.
I mean, it's still Coors Field. No lead is safe, but I think that's probably fine at 7-0, right? I said, hopefully.
Yeah. And Luplow's played some great defense out in the outfield for the Diamondbacks this year. And with the lefty Gomber on the mound now, get a platoon advantage.
0-2 on Grechik. Yeah, Luplow made a great running catch in the first inning here last night on a drive to the wall by Charlie Blackmon.
Yeah, that might have been a game-changing play. We talked about Alek Thomas's robbery of Joey Votto in Cincinnati early in the game. It would have given the Reds a lead and completely changed the complexion of the game. Had Charlie Blackmon's ball got over Luplow's head in right field, it's at least a double, maybe 3 bases, and that might change the entire complexion of that game.
Yeah, that was Blackmon leading off the game against Zach Allen last night. He hit the ball hard out there to the wall. Well, the out's getting a little harder to come by for Tommy Henry. He's had to work that much more as he works his way through the lineup now for the 3rd time. And Grechik is a guy who's tough on lefties, batting over .320 against left-hand pitching this year. He doubled in the first inning his first time up. And he's putting up a fight here in the 6th.
I mentioned Joey Votto. Congratulations to Joey. He's playing in career game number 1,989 today, passing Larry Walker for most games in the major leagues by a Canadian-born player.
Larry Walker's 33, retired here by the Colorado Rockies alongside Todd Helton, 17. And here's a guy that was playing in Canada, Randall Grechik, acquired from the Blue Jays this spring. Here they are. Hall of Famer Larry Walker.
Mm-hmm.
Tommy Henry has turned into beauty here at Coors Field. He's been, for the most part, very quick, very efficient. With the exception of that 25-pitch fifth inning, he's kept the ball on the ground. He's really cut down on the walks. He's only walked 2. 1 was intentional. I mean, that's as much as you can ask for. 75 pitches, 53 strikes. A little too far out there for Jeremy Riggs. It's 2-2. As you've said, you know, it's not blow you away stuff. It's low to mid 90s fastball, probably at best. 2 good breaking pitches. Comes right at you. Right there, got a swing and a miss with a curveball. And as you were saying, there must be just that little bit of extra movement to get soft contact in the zone.
Yeah, either movement or some deception in his delivery that hitters don't pick up immediately. Good hard slider down and in that time to Grechik.
3 strikeouts for Tommy Henry. 1 down now, and here's Rogers, who's 0 for 2.
You know, that's something we'll have to discover talking to opposing hitters after they face Tommy Henry. Yeah. What makes him tough?
He is starting to color outside the lines just a bit here as the gas tank approaches 80 pitches. Tommy in his first 2 starts this year, 89 pitches at Cleveland, 88 in his previous win over the Pirates. Where the balls that were easy outs are now foul balls, and that pitch count is really moving up. Long at bat by Brian Serven before he worked a walk in the previous inning. Rogers making him work here with 1 out. An 11 pitch at bat on that walk to Serven in the 5th. Grechik, before he struck out, saw 10 pitches in this inning. And now an extended battle here with Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, it seems like some of the pitches that the Rockies hitters were putting into play early in at bats early in the game, they're now fouling off or taking out of the strike zone.
3rd time through the order for the rookie left-hander. 1-2. Lays off, didn't go, says David Rackley. 2 balls and 2 strikes on the Rockies' second baseman. This is a guy that hits the ball on the ground an awful lot, Brendan Rodgers. He grounded out his last time up. And Tommy's getting a little loose. I think Torrey often uses the word wobbly.
Yeah. Yeah, we're probably 1 pitch away from seeing some activity in that bullpen.
Yeah. 3-2. And he loses Rogers. Third walk for Tommy Henry. Now he'll deal with C.J. Cron, who was walked intentionally in the first after Henry fell behind in the count and popped out his last time up in the fourth. Out to center. Alec Thomas coming in, and he'll have to play it on a hop as it checks up. Rogers had to hold up, and he's in at second. 2 on with 1 out for Colorado. Just the third hit for the Rockies.
Well, understandably, Alec Thomas playing extremely deep with C.J. Cron up at the plate. He got hit down near the handle that time. You could see how frustrated C.J. Cron was, but because Alec was playing deep, that one drops in front for a bloop base hit.
Conference time at the mound with some stirring in the bullpen. While we have a moment as Tyler Holton, the lefty, starts to get loose, let's get this from 72 Sold.
Hey, baseball fans, 72 Sold has a new, better way to sell your home. It's fast, it's easy, and you can get thousands more. Check it out today at 72sold.com.
Eleris Montero, the rookie, who has grounded out and struck out 0 for 2. Still can't get over the foul ball that Montero hit last night that hit the ice cream store back on the concourse and left. On the fly, it looked like. Yeah. Getting wobbly out there. Yeah, that's the ice cream building, and it looked like from our perspective that Montero with a ball that went over the foul pole and off that building. Yeah. So be careful. Alec Thomas right at him. He got a late break, backing up, and it's over his head. Rogers will score. They'll stop Cron at third. It's a double for Montero. Alec got a bit of a misread there, and the ball hit right at him.
Seems like that happens a lot. I don't have any numbers to back it up, but after a blooper lands in front of you, the next guy hits one hard, and your first reaction is to come in. You don't want another ball to drop in front of you. And Alec just kind of froze in his tracks, and even with his speed, he couldn't quite recover quickly enough to get to that one.
RBI double for Montero. Still only 1 out now, 7-1. Second and third for Ryan Mcmahon, who had a bunt single his last time. Holton continues to warm up, the left-hander. Rojas can't make the short hop. No time to recover, and it's 7-2. Everybody's safe. Well, he hit it right at Josh that time. And another run is home. Torey Lovullo out to the mound. Well, no matter how this one finishes, you have to be extremely impressed by Tommy Henry and the way he performed in his first ever Coors Field start. The needle got a little low there after some long at-bats in the 5th and 6th. He will leave responsible for 2 base runners, holding a 7-2 lead.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So you're 45. That's the perfect age to see some old friends, explore new worlds, and to start screening for colon cancer. Yep, with colon cancer rising in adults under 50, the American Cancer Society recommends starting to screen earlier, at age 45. I'm Cologuard, a non-invasive way to screen at home on your schedule, and I find 92% of colon cancers. I'm for people 45 plus at average risk for colon cancer, not high risk. False positive and negative results may occur. Ask your provider if Cologuard is right for you.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of Major League talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly.
Debut for young Tommy Henry, who couldn't quite work his way through this Colorado lineup for a third time. 2 runs are in, he's responsible for 2 more. And here is left-hander Tyler Holton, making his 7th Diamondback appearance on the year. Garrett Hampson is the hitter. I asked Torey Lovullo the other day, with Kyle Nelson out with a back problem, he's had back spasms, does Holton now by default get those outs that you would have given to Kyle Nelson? And Torey said sometimes. He has to be careful about throwing Tyler right into the deep end of the pool. But this is a guy that's got an opportunity here to get some big outs. Ryan McMahon will run. He's got 7 stolen bases this year. Tyler had a couple of strikeouts in getting 4 outs in the win last Thursday over Pittsburgh. A 9th round pick by the Diamondbacks out of Florida State. 26-year-old rookie.
Holton's a guy that's shown a real good curveball at time. In his brief time up here at the major league level with the Diamondbacks, he's snapped off some good curveballs. See if they work here at Coors Field today.
He's in a tough spot to try and find out. Montero at third, McMahon at first. 1-2. Well, Hampson steps in just 2 for 27. As his playing time has been dramatically reduced this year. First time all day the Rockies fans have had anything to get excited about. Didn't go. Ooh. David Rackley says and it's 2-2.
That's a tough one. The guys in the third base dugout thought it was a swing. The guys in the first base dugout said no way.
It's usually the way it goes. Right?
Yep.
Two and 2 on Garrett Hampson. Tried that cutter, now it's full. Winston Bernard on deck. Holton needs to make a pitch right now.
We'll try that cutter again.
3-2. And the Rockies have the bases full. That's 5 consecutive Colorado batters who have reached.
2 of them via the base on balls, which we've talked about throughout this series, throughout every game we've ever played in this ballpark. That is a no-no.
Well, here in just his second ever Major League game is the 31-year-old rookie, Winston Bernard, who so far today has grounded out and struck out 0 for 2. Perdomo. They get one at second, and that's it, as Montero comes across. Second base umpire Sean Barber pretty emphatic with his out call. Rockies are having a look.
Yeah, that was Garrett Hampson going first to second right there. We know he can really burn. That was a tough play for Perdomo to go in the hole, snap that throw over to Josh Rojas. I think Bud Black's going to challenge this one.
Larry Vanover, the crew chief, third base umpire today, getting wired up for sound. And let's listen in. Larry Vanover.
Colorado is challenging the out call at second base.
Hampson's their fastest runner.
It was a nice play by Perdomo to get to that ball and unleash a quick throw to second base.
I don't know. From that angle, looks like he's out.
I thought so.
And that goes back to your point, Bob, about Geraldo Perdomo. Now that really is a difficult angle.
Oh, yeah. He's fading away from where he's throwing the ball and still gets off a strong, accurate throw.
Fans are getting a variety of angles on the scoreboard here. Here's another one. I mean, Sean Barber is perfectly positioned to make the call.
Yeah, about the only thing you could have done differently is if Josh Rojas stretched out a little bit more for that throw.
Here's Larry Vanover.
Upon review, the call on the field stands. The runner is out. Colorado loses their challenge.
Stands means there's not enough evidence to overturn it. So the Rockies get a run. The Diamondbacks get an out. And it's a 7-3 ball game. They're on the corners now with 2 down for the catcher Servin.
As I started to say, Josh Rojas perhaps could have stretched out like a first baseman a little bit more to get that throw, realizing you had no chance to turn the double play.
Servin has lined out to third and walked. He homered here Friday. Here's Stavinsky, the veteran right-hander, starting to loosen up in the Diamondback bullpen. Holton facing his requisite third batter. That's out of play. To Nelson Lamet, the one-time Padre, is warming up in the Rocky bullpen. Servin is the 8th man to bat in the Colorado 6th. There is Lamet, just acquired from Milwaukee after he was let go by Milwaukee. Once more for Geraldo. No doubt about that one. But Colorado gets 3. We head to the 7th. It's a 4-run Diamondback lead.
How does a business reach peak performance? Faster communication, easier collaboration, better teamwork. That's why high-performance organizations rely on high-performance technology solutions. And who do they choose to help them? Mitel, making communications and collaboration seamless so businesses can stay connected, engage customers and fans, and win at the highest level. The most important calls in baseball and in business are made with Mitel, powering connections for thousands of peak performance organizations worldwide.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn, hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether, with you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. That's what it means to be never rival.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need! Young people having a good time with insurance! Young people, good times, insurance!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Run in the third is 27th of the year. The best coverage in the game is on the T-Mobile coverage cam. Walker is 3 for 3. He's a triple shy at a cycle. And he will lead off the Diamondbacks' 7th inning against the left-hander Austin Gomber.
Speaking of cycles, Coors Field has given up more cycles than any other ballpark in Major League Baseball. 18 cycles, and this ballpark didn't open until 1995. Second place on that list is Fenway Park that opened in, 1917, 1912, something like that.
Titanic.
Ooh.
Well, Walker does have one triple this year. An RBI double in the first, a 3-run home run in the third. He singled his last time up in the 5th. That's going to get out of play. This was the home run in the third, and this was a no-doubter.
Oh,
StatCast 3D is powered by Google Cloud.
It's still going.
460. Woo. Almost onto the concourse back there. 27 for Christian. Lines this to left. Connor Joe on the run. Well, if that got behind him, that might have been that triple.
I was thinking the same thing. If he goes into a slide and it gets by him.
Right. One out in the 7th. And now the batter for the first time today is Jordan Luplow, who took over in the 6th inning in right field for Dalton Varsho. Luplow's had a tough time offensively as of late. The batting average now under 170. In his last 15 games, he is 3 for 31. 0 for 4 in the series. He struck out twice. Well, you like Luplow in there against a left-hander. Good job by Tyler Holton. Got a couple of key ground balls. Inherited a real jam. Colorado answers back with 3. Stavinsky continues warming up in the Diamondback bullpen as Luplow pops it up. 2 outs for Alec Thomas. Here's Chris Stavinsky. Chris wound up as the losing pitcher here in the opener on Friday. Thomas singled his last time, 1 for 3. Gomber came on in relief of the rookie Ryan Feltner with 1 out in the 5th inning, and has been the long man as of late in this Colorado bullpen. Hampson behind the bag, close at first, but they get Thomas, and it's a 1-2-3-7. In Colorado, 7-3 Diamondbacks.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Everyone deserves to feel close to their partner. And if erectile dysfunction gets in the way, then you know, it's not just a you thing. It's a you and her, him or them thing. It is a relationship thing. And it's frustrating. I know. My partner Cleo knows. We've been there. That's why I started Roman. To make it simple to connect with a...
Is brought to you by Ken Garff Kia. We hear you. By Superstar Car Wash, the official car wash of the Arizona Diamondbacks. And by Jack in the Box. When the D-backs hit big, you win big. Get a free Jumbo Jack with a large drink purchase the day after the D-backs hit a home run.
Getting dizzy there. Welcome back to Colorado. Whoa. Here's our game summary. There's been a lot to summarize. Rookie left-hander Tommy Henry, outstanding in his first ever Coors Field start. Our Nationwide Vision eye on the game.
Yeah, he was really good. It was obvious he was starting to run out of gas in his last inning of work there. Started to miss his spots a little bit, but can't take anything away from his first start here at Coors Field.
A lot of offense in support of Henry. Walker, the 2-out RBI double in the first. Then Christian with this 460-foot 3-run homer in the third. It was 4-0 Diamondbacks after 3. They had 2 more in the fourth. RBIs by McCarthy and Rojas. It was 6-0. They led it at one point 7-0. But Colorado, as Henry started to run out of gas a bit in that 6th inning, was able to answer back. Rockies got 3 in the home half, and it's 7-3 as Chris Stavinsky's out there for the bottom of the 7th inning here at Coors Field. It's off to San Francisco after this one. Valley Toyota Dealers presents Let's Go Places. 4 against the Giants as this road trip continues. Diamondbacks have announced their probable starting pitchers. Mad Bum goes against the Giants in San Francisco tomorrow night. Tuesday, it's Merrill Kelly. Zach Davies on Wednesday, then getaway day on Thursday afternoon. That'll be Zach Gallen. 4 against the Giants starting tomorrow night. We're back home to face Goldie and the Cardinals next weekend.
It's one of the few times this year we don't have Mad Bum throwing on getaway day, the day game after 3 night games. Seems like he has drawn that card a lot this year.
Well, some work to do here for the Diamondbacks. It's a 4-run lead now as Chris Stavinsky is on. He had 2 wins in the series against these Rockies at Chase Field last weekend. But in his last 2 outings, Chris has seen more hard contact. He was the losing pitcher here Friday night.
You know, I had to scratch my head just a little bit when Tyler Holton was the first reliever out of the Diamondbacks pen today, facing a right-handed heavy lineup, but he was facing the 7, 8, 9 hitters, Hampson, Bernard, and Servin. I think Torrey liked the matchup of Holton against the bottom of the order better than going to Stavinsky and having to face probably Charlie Blackmon and Sam Hilliard, possibly Dom Nunez, the lefties on the bench for Bud Black today.
Well, it certainly worked out. I mean, Hampson battles Holton, worked the walk, but then Tyler got 2 ground balls to get out of the mess and limit the damage. Earlier today, we asked you for your answers to our Twitter poll question. Who's your pick to win the National League pennant? These are the 3 division leaders for the moment. The Dodgers, the Cardinals, and the Mets. Cardinals in a Chase Field next weekend. And I mean, it's hard to go against the Dodgers. They look like they might never lose another game.
Well, I've always heard that if you can't win it, root for the team in your division, which is not an easy thing to do.
Although the Dodgers have actually just lost, right?
Yeah, they were behind 4-0 last time I checked.
And snapped their long winning streak. Foul ground for Rivera, but the tarpaulin of truth.
Yeah, unfortunately, he got up against the tarp. It looked like he had a little more room if he'd have taken one more step to his right.
Yeah, the Dodgers were shut out at Kansas City today, 4-0. LA had only 2 hits.
Wow.
Oh, 0-2 on the leadoff hitter, Connor Joe, who is 0 for 3. It's hard to figure what happened to Connor Joe. He was a great success story here. He is really fighting it over the last 2 months. Connor Joe, since July 1st, is batting .148.
Wow. Yeah, you're right. He kind of took over as the spark plug.
Yeah.
He was the Raimel Tapia this year, getting on base, making things happen.
And Stavinsky with that changeup gets out number 1. Good start for Chris. Here is Randall Grechik, who doubled in the first. He is 1 for 3. Bounced up the middle. Perdomo can't get there. It rolls into center. A 1-out single for Grechik. Here's Mad Bum, who gets the ball against his Giants, his former team in San Francisco, tomorrow night. Merrill Kelly, Zach Gallen, that's the whole crew. That's the first 3 starters, or the first 4, if you include Zach Davies. Rogers walked and scored his last time up, 0 for 2. Last 25 games, Brendan Rodgers is batting .382. No one in the majors has more hits since the All-Star break. So Stavinsky in the 7th really gets the sharp end of the stick here.
Rogers is also grounded into 19 double plays this year.
That's tied with Josh Bell for the major league lead. He's having a very solid offensive season, obviously, Brendan Rodgers, but he could be doing a lot more damage, especially in this ballpark, if he can get the ball up off the ground. He is a guy that uses the whole field. He'll go to center and right center a lot. He's by no means a pull hitter. Stavinsky's behind now, 3-0. With C.J. Cron, their big RBI man, waiting on deck. Well, there's a quick walk to Rogers, so 2 on with 1 out for Colorado, and here comes Cron, who was 5th in the National League and runs batted in. Randall Grechik at second base, Brendan Rodgers at first, 1 out in the 7th. Diamondbacks trying to hang on to a 7-3 lead. Cron is a .333 hitter with runners in scoring position. And suddenly Chris is having trouble throwing strikes. That changeup, Cron lays off.
Fastball that tails back in the estimation of Jeremy Riggs. It catches that outside corner. I don't think Crone was quite sure of it. Tries the same pitch again. Actually, that was a changeup in the same location.
Well, Stavinsky to this point has thrown 12 pitches, only 5 for strikes. Diamondbacks bullpen is quiet. 3-1. Luplow in right. Everybody back to the bags, and there are 2 outs. That was a big bullet dodge right there.
Yeah, kind of an emergency swing once again from C.J. Crone in a very favorable hitter's count.
Yeah, he's really had a rough second half, C.J. Crone. The rookie, Eleris Montero, belted an RBI double over the head of Alec Thomas in center his last time up. He's 1 for 3. He has doubled twice in the series and knocked in 3 runs. 2 on and 2 out. High in the air, deep to center. Thomas on the track, and he's got it. Couple of loud outs, but it worked out for Chris. We hit the 8th, up 7-3.
This one is for every baseball fan who has dripped mustard on their favorite jersey. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
It takes a different kind of brain behind the brawn. Fired up like a turbo diesel. Gears constantly churning. Hardwired beneath hard hats to solve problems or avoid them altogether. With you and your crew at the helm and Deere at your back. The workarounds, ideas, and innovations that move Earth and your business forward. Because that's what it takes to win in the dirt. And that's what it means to be never idle.
I was super nervous to have this conversation about experiencing erectile dysfunction. I didn't want her to think for a single second that it had anything to do with how much I loved her, how beautiful I think she is, because it couldn't have been further from the truth. And what started as a conversation that I was super nervous to have ended up being one that I couldn't be more grateful that we did. It just unlocked a whole new level of trust and intimacy. Just be super open, super honest, and it's gonna be an amazing conversation.
Inning, our Gila River Resorts and Casinos game summary. Christian Walker having a big day, 3 hits including his 27th homer. Jake McCarthy's driven home a run, scored a run, stolen a couple of bases, and for the Rockies, Ryan Mcmahon having a big day, 2 knocks. And there is Montero with a double in the 6th. It's 7-3 Diamondbacks.
And here is the big right-hander Dinelson Lamet, who has worked scoreless baseball in his first 2 appearances with the Rockies. He got the win here Friday. He was just added to their active roster about a week ago. Picked up off waivers from Milwaukee. He was traded to the Brewers as part of the Josh Hader deal, and Milwaukee just let him go. So this is a nice addition for Bud Black's bullpen.
Yeah, we've seen Lamet really good with the Padres. It was kind of surprising that he was even out there, but apparently he hasn't been as good recently as he was when we saw him with the Padres.
Cooper Hummel, the catcher, leads off the Diamondbacks' 8th inning. They have out-hit the Rockies 10-6. They lead it 7-3. Here's a bounce at first. Montero bobbles it, and Lamet covers. A nice recovery there by the rookie.
And Montero was out here early this afternoon working on some defensive fundamentals, picking balls out of the dirt, gets his body in front of that one. It's a big body, enough to knock it down and shovel on to Lamet for the out.
At this point, he's more a DH than a defender, but there's plenty of time to get the glove up to speed. Here is Jake McCarthy, who has walked, doubled, and scored a run. He's got an RBI. He's also stolen 2 bases. Boy, it's hard to keep up with everything he does every day.
It really is.
A walk and a stolen base in the second. An RBI double, another stolen base, and a run scored in the 4th. And Josh popped out his last time up. Or Jake did, pardon me. Down the line and foul. Mark Melanson looks like he will get the bottom of the 8th inning. McMahon, Hampson, and Bernard do up 6, 7, and 8. A closer by committee in effect. Committee in session. That would suggest that Ian Kennedy or maybe Joe Mantiply would work the 9th.
Yeah, once again trying to keep those left-handed bats on the bench for the Rockies, depending on where you're at in the lineup.
Right back to Lamet, makes a nice play. Boy, made that look routine. Geraldo Perdomo. Perdomo kind of poked a double down the right field line his last time. Just beyond the reach, it dropped behind Montero at first and rolled up the line a bit. And he hustled into second base. A fastball is a strike. Boy, the wind is really starting to pick up here. It is blowing hard in from behind the left field foul pole out toward right center.
You know, I noticed it on that foul ball that Rivera chased over near the tarp. It looked like it was over the stands, and then the wind pushed it back close enough that he almost had a play on it.
Yeah, it's gusting. We've had those dark clouds hovering over third base for most of the afternoon. The lights are still off here at the ballpark. It's getting pretty dark. There is rain in the forecast for later this evening around 6 or 7 local time.
Watch out, watch out!
Well, Dinelson Lamet, this is a guy who only 2 years ago made a dozen starts in San Diego and finished 4th in the Cy Young voting. And if they can get him right, it's a big addition for Colorado. He's had a lot of injury issues over the years. Two and two. Perdomo punches one toward Joe in left. And Lamet works a 1-2-3/8 inning. In Colorado, it's 7-3 Diamondbacks.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap, you've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease, find new roads. Chevrolet.
Bubbles, bubbles, so many bubbles. As an Expedia member, you earn points on your travels, and that's on top of your airline miles. So you can go and see, or taste, or do absolutely nothing with all those bubbles, without ever wondering if you're getting the most out of your trip, because you are.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a four-man outfield, and the best crop of Major League talent.
The Rockies, they lead at 7-3, set for the home half of the 8th inning here at Coors Field. It's off to San Francisco after our game this afternoon for 4 against the Giants as the road trip continues. Coverage tomorrow begins with D-backs live at 6. Madison Bumgarner in San Francisco tomorrow night to face the Giants right here on Bally Sports Arizona and streaming of the Bally Sports app. New battery for the Diamondbacks. Carson Kelly takes over behind the plate for Cooper Hummel. And on to start the 8th inning is the right-hander Mark Melancon, who closed out games for saves last Sunday against the Rockies, then again on Tuesday versus Pittsburgh, and worked a clean 1-2-3 9th Thursday in the win over the Pirates. Mark's 45th appearance of the year. It has been 2 years since the Diamondbacks won a series in this ballpark, August of 2020. They're hanging on to a 7-3 lead. Mcmahon leads off the Colorado 8th. He has singled twice.
Good cutter that time, right in on the hands. McMahon, all he could do was foul it off to the first base side. It looks like a very hittable strike, down and in, and just keeps moving in farther and farther, and eventually fouls it between his legs over to the first base dugout.
1 ball and 2 strikes on Ryan McMahon. That's going to drop in for a base hit. McMahon thinking double, and he's in there standing up. All that room out there in right center.
And once again, because the outfielders have to play so deep, it's a long throw back to the infield, and Ryan McMahon knows that as well as anybody. Didn't hesitate at all on this drive to the gap in right center. Motors all the way into scoring position to get it started here in the 8th for the Rockies.
McMahon has hits in each of his last 3 at-bats. 2 singles and now a leadoff double ahead of Garrett Hampson. Hampson walked his last time up 0 for 2. It's down to beauty. Rivera has no play. Boy, that checked up on the grass perfectly, and with Hampson's speed, there was 0 chance Rivera had to play at first.
Well, the good bunters Will always catch that ball either down near the handle or out near the end to try to deaden it like Hampson was able to do right there. That ball nearly stopped before Rivera could get to it.
Perfectly executed. The rookie Winston Bernard. They're on the corners with no outs to start the 8th.
I thought this is where we might see the parade of left-handed pinch hitters for Bud Black.
He's got Nunez, Blackman, and Hilliard on the bench. They will stick with Bernard. Just his second major league game, the 31-year-old rookie. Ran that cutter by him, and it's 0-1. Winston Bernard made his major league debut here Friday night after more than 10 years in the minors. Pacific Coast League Player of the Month in July. Was having a big season at Albuquerque. Curveball missed. It's 1-1. That one gets by Melanson. Perdomo, 1 and 2. Geraldo Perdomo. What a play. Some fancy footwork by the Diamondbacks shortstop. Mcmahon comes across, and it's 7-4, but that's 2 enormous outs behind Mark Melanson.
No question. You'll trade 2 outs for a run right there any time. What appeared to be a big inning starting for the Rockies quickly turns into 2 outs and nobody on base. What a play by Perdomo. Gets to the ball, tremendous body control to get that right foot on the base and throw all in one motion in time to get 2. Nicely done. Wow.
Gorgeous. Brian Servin, the catcher. Broken bat. Perdomo one more time. Rockies get another run across. It's a 7-4 ball game as we head to the 9th.
When your favorite baseball cap spends more time as a rally cap. You've compromised enough. Pepsi Zero Sugar.
So, are you excited?
I am, but I'm a little nervous. This feels like a big change.
But it's not. I have one. People act like they're so hard to take care of or whatever, but it's totally a piece of cake.
Well, that's good to hear.
See how easy that is?
I hope being a mom is that easy.
It's not. Bye now.
Introducing the all-electric Chevy Bolt EUV with standard home outlet installation included. Find new ease. Find new roads. Chevrolet.
Baseball's dead? Nah. We've got pitchers hitting grand slams, a team playing a 4-man outfield, and the best crop of major league talent maybe ever. Baseball is alive and well, and it's about to get even better. Bet just $5 to get 100 in free bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app, sign up with the promo code, bet $5 to get 100 instantly, and get in on the action.
Homegrown tomatoes. Nice.
I want to feel in control of my health.
So I do what I can.
What about screening for colon cancer? When caught in early stages, it's more treatable. I'm Cologuard. I'm non-invasive, and I detect altered DNA in your stool to find 92% of colon cancers.
First ever look at Coors Field for rookie left-hander Tommy Henry. Our Chaz Roberts air conditioning and plumbing pool plays of the game, and he pitched a Coors Field game. Bob kept it on the ground.
He did an outstanding job, and I can't overstate how important it is to have a real good outing your first time here at Coors Field. If you go out there and get your brains beat in and give up a bunch of home runs, you regret ever having to pitch in this ballpark again.
All the damage done against Tommy in that 6th inning when he started to run out of gas a bit. 3 runs, 5 hits in 5 1/3. He walked 3, struck out 3. What was at one point a 7-0 Diamondback lead is now a 7-4 ball game as Josh Rojas leads off the 9th. Dinelson Lamet back out there for Colorado. Rojas has had a good day. He has singled twice. He's knocked in 2 runs. He's scored once and stolen a base, all from the leadoff spot. Here's the Dinelson Lamet slider. What a play by Geraldo Perdomo, who may have saved the day there with that remarkable double play in the home half of the 8th inning. Behind Mark Melanson with Ian Kennedy now warming up in the Diamondback bullpen. Well, the Met is quick with that glove hand out there. Emmanuel Rivera singled and scored his first time up today after he homered here twice last night. 1 for 4.
We got to extend this inning and get Christian Walker up there one more time. Chance for a triple for the cycle.
I like where your head's at. Christian's had a big day. He's driven in 4 of the Diamondbacks' 7 runs. Well, Ian Kennedy was. Well, there he is. There. Mike Fetter's back there. So it looks like Kennedy will get the 9th inning. Ian was on the mound, of course, when Alec Thomas made that sensational catch last night to end the game. Kennedy worked the 9th and threw 19 pitches in that appearance last night. He will get the top of the order for Colorado. Joe, Grechik, and Rogers scheduled up 1, 2, and 3. 0-2. Rockies have pinch hitters available: Iglesias, Blackman, and Hilliard, along with a backup catcher, Dom Nunez. And that takes care of Rivera. 2 outs in the 9th.
Yeah, my guess is you're going to see Charlie Blackman leading it off for Connor Joe in the bottom half of the 9th inning. After that, we'll play it by ear. Rivera really surprised that that was called a swing. Very close once again.
Well, if Walker's going to get another at bat and a chance for the cycle, we need Ketel Marte to reach. Marte 0 for 3, walked and scored in the 3rd. Right on the corner with a slider. And it's 0-2. Christian has doubled, homered, and singled. He's 3 for 4. Fastball away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Another big crowd here today. 32,442. Rockies for this 3-game series drew just a little under 100,000 fans. Just missed it. 2-2.
I'm in a foot.
And Walker will get a chance.
Yeah.
That got Ketel.
I'm not happy that Ketel got hit, but I'm happy Christian Walker's going to get one more opportunity. Looked like a hard slider from Lamet that time. Dives down and in and hits him right on the toe of that right foot.
Christian Walker has 1 triple this year. He steps in here, a triple shy of the cycle. An RBI double in the first, a 3-run home run in the third. He singled in the 5th. His last time up in the 7th, he lined out to left on a nice sliding grab by Connor Joe. Walker slams one out to center. Bernard backing up, still backing up to the wall, and it's off the base of the wall. Marte will stop at third. Walker will settle for the double. Had that not been picked up off the wall by Bernard, that might have been a triple. And is Marte okay? They're going to come out and have a look at Ketel, who was limping around the bases there.
Yeah, I was following the flight of the ball and watching Christian Walker, and when I looked up, Ketel Marte was walking into third base. Didn't even wait for the trainer or the skipper to get out there, just walks off the field. Obviously got hit by pitch on the right foot. Not sure if that's the issue or not.
Well, you hope it's not the hamstring. Sergio Alcantara will run for Marte, who has to come out of the ball game. He is the DH today, so Alcantara runs at third. Let's take a look at Ketel Marte going first to third. He's not being treated for anything. Jordan Luplow, second and third, 2 outs. Kevin Ginkel, who has joined Ian Kennedy. If Luplow can get a base hit, make it a 9-4 game right here. .30 pitches for Dinelson Lamet. Only about half for strikes. He's always had a wipeout slider. 2-2.
He's always had big velo on that fastball. 96, 97.
Popped up. Foul ground near the Diamondback dugout. Servin is there. Lamet strands 2. It stays 7-4. 3 outs away from a series win.
Hi, I'm Brandon Woodruff, pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers.
And I'm Dan Plesac, former pitcher and now MLB Network analyst.
Hey Dan, do you have any advice for a young pitcher?
Sure do. Always try to throw first pitch strikes and always be prepared for that surprise bunt. And never, ever, ever eat more than 4 hot dogs before a start. That's something I learned the hard way.
MLB Tonight, where baseball's best players are side by side with TV's best baseball analysts.
With a new Toyota, you can practically make summer stand still. From making a splash in a Highlander to fitting in more fun in a Camry or tackling a trailhead in a RAV4 hybrid. Who's a good boy? Enjoy the last of summer in an exciting new Toyota during Toyota's National Sales Event.
Save big on America's best-selling car, Toyota Camry. Like this electrified Camry Hybrid with fuel savings over $5,700. Save even more with 1.9 APR financing.
Come in today.
Toyota, let's go places.
This is the 2022 Nissan Pathfinder and Rogue.
Diamondbacks trying to leave here with a series victory. They lead the finale in the rubber game 7-4. A reminder, right after our ball game, no post-game show. We'll go right to a new episode of D-Backs Family with Jody Jackson and Jordan Luplow as he shares his journey to the major leagues. So stay tuned for that right after the conclusion of our ball game on Bally Sports Arizona and streaming to the Bally Sports app. Well, for the second time in as many games, Ian Kennedy is out there to start the 9th inning. Last night he had a 6-0 lead. And today he's going for the save. Ian closed out the win over the Rockies last night, but he gave up that 2-out double to Brendan Rodgers and that near home run to C.J. Cron that was taken away by Alec Thomas.
Yeah, and with the big lead last night, Ian Kennedy came in out of the bullpen. I think he only threw one off-speed pitch. He was just firing fastballs around the edges of the strike zone, daring the Rockies to hit it.
Ian has a loss and 3 saves in his previous 5 appearances. He will face the top of the order. And we will not see Charlie Blackmon as a pinch hitter. Bud Black a little surprising here. He will let Connor Joe take the at-bat. He's got some left-hand bats available on the bench in Blackmon and Hilliard, along with the right-hand batting Jose Iglesias. But Joe will bat for himself in the leadoff spot. He is 0 for 4.
This is a little bit surprising.
Yeah. Especially when you consider that Connor Joe, as he steps in right here, is 3 for 38 since the All-Star break. He is mired in a deep slump. Fastball missed away, 2 balls and 1 strike. Ian Kennedy in that appearance last night, 19 pitches, 14 strikes. Missed away again with another fastball. It's 3-1. Randall Grechik on deck. Diamondback pitchers have issued 5 walks so far today. Only 1 has scored. Make it 6. He walks the leadoff man to start the 9th. And here is Grechik, who has singled and doubled today, 2 for 4. Ian Kennedy has thrown 6 pitches, 5 of them balls. It's 1-0. Randall Grechik's bat has sprung to life roundabout middle of last month. He's hitting nearly .350 in his last 25 games and has a pair of hits today. In the air to center, backs up Alec Thomas. One away in the ninth. Brendan Rodgers, the second baseman, 0 for 2. He has walked in each of his last 2 plate appearances. And keep in mind also, this is a guy that hits the ball on the ground a lot. He is tied for the major league lead in grounding into double plays. He's got Joe at first and 1 out.
Christian Walker will play behind Connor Joe down there at first base.
Now he really backs off. Rodgers lifts it toward the right field line. Luplow foul ground, and it's in the seats. Last time the Diamondbacks won a series in this ballpark, August of 2020. It's never easy here, it seems.
Never. No lead is safe.
0-1 on Rodgers. 0-2. C.J. Cron, who's 5th in the league in RBIs, is on deck. Cron has walked and singled today. Brendan Rodgers, 34 hits since the All-Star break. No player in baseball has more. There's your roller. Rojas, 1. Perdomo. They don't get anything. Little too quick by Geraldo that time. And here comes Cron as the tying run at the plate. Boy, their defense has been outstanding this entire series. And now there's a big danger man walking up as the tying run.
Yeah, maybe Perdomo trying to do a little bit too much right here. That ball was hit so slowly, I don't think they had a chance to turn 2. That's one of those situations where you make like a first baseman, stretch out, make sure you get that force at second.
Well, here is Cron, who has 80 runs batted in. He ranks 5th in the National League. He has walked, singled, and scored a run. They score that a fielder's choice, and the error on Rojas, E4. Change that to E6. They have changed it to 6. Error on Perdomo. Here is Cron, tying run at the plate with 1 out in the 9th. Keep in mind, he came up in the 9th inning against Ian Kennedy last night and hit 1 out to center field that Alec Thomas stole for a game-saving home run robbing catch. And here we are again. Right at Luplow. 2 outs. Well, we've already seen last weekend and again this weekend the damage that Eleris Montero can do. He's got tremendous power, and he is the last man standing for Colorado. He had an RBI double over the head of Alec Thomas in center back in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 4.
Don't forget, coming up right after our ball game, new episode of D-Backs Family. Jody talks with Jordan Luplow. Coming up immediately following our game on Bally Sports Arizona. It's also streaming in the Bally Sports app. Todd Walsh on the field. He'll talk to Christian Walker when this game is over. 0-1. Did not go, says David Rackley.
You mentioned Ian Kennedy came in the ball game last night with a comfortable lead and just pounded fastballs in there. For me, Montero is susceptible to that changeup. If he can keep that ball down around the bottom of the strike zone, he might get a ground ball, swing and a miss.
1-1.
Ian always starts with that split finger grip. That's how he throws his changeup, but many times he throws a fastball after showing the hitter that split finger grip. Right there, he changes in the glove if he's going to throw a fastball. He maintains the grip if he's throwing a changeup.
Fastball's a strike, and he's a strike away. Two and two. Upstairs, it's full. Ryan McMahon, who's been on a home run tear as of late, would be next. McMahon has homered in 4 of his last 9 games. th pitch of this inning right here from Ian Kennedy. 3-2 on Eleris Montero. Runners on the move. We'll do it one more time.
It's the 23rd game this year for Montero. He's drawn 1 walk.
WW.
Yeah, he's going to swing.
Here it is. Pitch number 8 in the at-bat right here. The veteran Ian Kennedy. The rookie Eleris Montero. Another 3-2 pitch. Just sticking with a fastball. Strike 3. He got him. Ian Kennedy closes out a 7-4 Diamondback win. That is win number 53. And on August 14th, they have surpassed their win total from all of last season.
Breathe, breathe, breathe. Grinding it back there by Montero, but it ends up with a perfectly located fastball from Ian Kennedy right out there on the outside corner at the knee. See ya later.
Well, Ian Kennedy got a big relief last night when Alek Thomas robbed that home run. There's the big strikeout to strand 2 and close out a 7-4 Diamondback win. Christian Walker, the big offensive hero, with 4 hits. He knocked in 4 runs. And the D-backs improved to 8-8 against the Rockies this year. 3-3 here at Coors. They take 2 of 3. Well, it never is easy in here, but we had a little bit of everything again today.
Well, and a team playing much better baseball. They're playing the kind of baseball that gives them opportunities to win rather than lose.
They've got some power. They've had outstanding starting pitching. They've played very good defense for the most part in this series. Tommy Henry, 3 runs, 5 hits. He went 5 1/3. The rookie left-hander in his first Coors Field start impressed. Torey Lovullo is back with the ball club, and it's a series win here over the Rockies. Now it's on to San Francisco, where Madison Bumgarner will start tomorrow night against the Giants. But let's celebrate the victory a little more. Christian Walker is standing by with Todd Walsh. Todd.
Steve, thank you very much. Christian, you brought the thunder. I'll get to that in a second, but there was just something about the attitude of this group today offensively, not just at the plate, but on the bases, the aggression. What's going on with this group right now?
I think I think we got guys settling into who they are, knowing their role and doing that role really well. If you take bags, take them. If you're trying to drive the ball in the gap, be all in.
I needed that, by the way. I could have used a little more of that.
Good.
It did feel good.
Yeah, I think it's just guys knowing what their role is and selling out to it, and that's all we can ask.
You got the big hit in the first, but let's get to the 460-foot home run. To say you got all of it is an understatement. First pitch, what were you looking for and what'd you get?
I was just trying to get it close to me. I felt pretty good on his fastball. I knew I had to be ready to hit it, but I didn't feel like it was really going to beat me. So trying to get the ball close to me, and that starter, or the slider started exactly where I wanted it to, and just kind of spun and flattened out on him. So it ended up being a good pitch to hit.
What does that feel like in your hands when something like that happens? I have to know.
It's great. It's one of the best feelings there is, and to have a couple guys on too. Credit to Marte to drawing that walk right before that and keeping that inning going, and just passing the torch to the next guy. I think that's how you win games.
Did you think you may have had the cycle later?
As close. I knew I was going to need a pretty bad kick off of that wall with my skill set on my speed, but just happy to get out of here with a couple hits for sure.
Before we let you go, I do want to speak to this, and that is every year is its own event. We all know what last year was like. We watched it. You went through it. You just eclipsed last year's win total. What does that say about what's going on here?
I think it's just a tribute to the group of guys and being able to flush things and move on. It's hard to put your finger on one thing, and you don't want to compare yourself to last year. It's almost playing with handcuffs on a little bit, but in the same sense, I think it's good to look back and acknowledge where we were and how far we've come, and if nothing else, just being able to trust our process through those results. What we're doing is working. It's better. It's in the right direction, but there's always room to grow. So just building on yesterday, and obviously tomorrow is going to be building on today, and just being 1% better every day.
Who got us with the water?
I think that was Alek Thomas.
Okay, just between us.
Yeah,
Thank you.
I'll get him back for you.
Okay, thanks. All right. That's thank you, Christian Walker. Up to the booth we go. Steve and Bob, close it out. We'll see you on the flight.
All right, thanks, guys. Cool off down there. Time to celebrate. Win number 53, one more than last year, and win number 2 for rookie left-hander Tommy Henry, who goes into his first ever Coors Field start and leaves with the victory, 7-4. Ian Kennedy saved number 8. We are back with you from San Francisco tomorrow night when Mad Bum faces the Giants. Up next, Jordan Luplow's D-backs family episode on Bally Sports Arizona. So long, everybody.